Hi, welcome to Conversion Conversations. This is Cameron, and today I'm taking a look at another Galvatron repaint. This is my second version of the mold I've gotten on hand. This is the Behold Galvatron repaint, which came out in Generation Selects War for Cybertron Trilogy, and came with some parts for Unicron. And I originally got this guy thinking that this was going to be the Galvatron that's going to stay in my collection, but that Galvatron 2 deco, the toy deco, also looked really, really nice. But yeah, here, I mean, again, like, he has some really wonderful paint. The translucent plastic, I know a lot of people are very hesitant about it, and I totally understand why. But in this case, it just looks so good that I think even if, hopefully the pieces are thick enough that it doesn't cause any, like, long-term durability issues. But translucent plastic with these beautiful white edges cut out, like painted up, is just really, really my jam. I thought I was going to like this a lot from the pictures. I like it even more than I originally thought. And yeah, it just looks fantastic. It does all the things that Galvatron does from the Kingdom line. I still haven't gotten the original one, and I probably won't. If you want to go back and look at my Galvatron, the toy deco version video, that goes into a lot more detail and shows the comparison to my Titan's Return Galvatron. But yeah, so here is, you know, the reformatting Galvatron as Megatron is getting turned into Galvatron. And then here is the toy deco. Here's how they look next to each other. And obviously they're going for two very different things. Yeah, they both look great in their own right. I'm really, really torn on these. I think what I'm going to end up doing, I love them both. I think I'm going to keep this one mostly because we got the toy color Cyclonus announced, and I want to get that. And if they end up doing a reformatting version of Cyclonus and Scourge, I don't know. It's tough. But yeah, here they are next to each other, and again, it's really just like how dramatically, like, the transparent purple plastic looks really, really good. The places where it's not transparent, obviously, I think they did a pretty good job of hiding those areas. They don't really draw the eye because the white paint details on the transparent plastic is just super striking. And yeah, they both look fantastic. But for now, I think the toy version is the one I'm keeping. It does come with a bunch of stuff. So obviously, you know, we've got our cannon. We can do all that stuff. We do have our two ship guns. We've got our transparent matrix with a solid purple chain here. Neat. We've got our gun piece in the back. This here. And then he, of course, comes with even more stuff. Inside the box is a smaller box, and inside this box, originally I think his gun was in here, and then I gotta be careful with this because there's some teeny tiny bits. But if you have a Unicron, which I do, then he comes with a whole ton of figures and stuff. We've got some more spaceships. Look at that guy. I guess here's the top of it. And I'll have to check. I don't know if my plastic's it is soft plastic, so maybe it bent a little bit. I was like, is it supposed to be spiral like that? It's probably just a result of how I rolled the paper. But yeah, that ship's nicely painted. We've got the spinning one. We've got, so comparing Galvatron's ship gun to his ship. And obviously there's, let me go grab Unicron's head real quick. Alright, and despite my best efforts, I did manage to just lose Optimus Prime as I was bringing in the Unicron head. So we've got the Unicron head here. Obviously that comes with Unicron. Our little arc that came with Unicron. A hot rod, a Galvatron. There's an Optimus that I will find after this video, I'm sure. So here we can see how the spaceships compare to what we already have in the arc. The twisty one, and I forget all their names. And then Galvatron's ship. So kind of those two next to each other. Yeah, the silver paint all matches. The yellow obviously is a little different between the two. But I do wish we got two more of these pieces. We have 3 ports on the stand, and being able to hold up 3 of the spaceships via these little mini stands would have been would have been very nice. I appreciate that we got some additional ships in scale. I don't really know what I'm going to do with this. Like, the Unicron head's going to go back on top of Unicron, because I have actually transformed that thing a couple times off camera now, and sometimes I like the head on him. All these little dudes, I don't know, like, I mean, we get a ton of these tiny guys. So there's what, Slug, here is Megatron, maybe you can make that out on camera. There's Grimlock, here is RC, and obviously there's no scale here except for just making them tiny to compare to Unicron. Here is Starscream or any other Seeker. Here we've got Swoop. There's a bunch of them. Soundwave? Looks like a Soundwave. Looks like a Conehead Seeker. We've got... I don't know who that's supposed to be. I'm not entirely sure that one. There's, I guess that's Scourge. And then we've got Snarl here. So I guess we've got almost all the Dinobots. We're missing one. Perceptor. There's a teeny tiny little Perceptor. Here's a Cyclonus. So we do have Scourge and Cyclonus to go with our Galvatron over here. That's neat. These don't, like, stay very well. Because, like, I just dropped Optimus, and that's gonna suck to find again. So there we go. Those three can hang out together. And then an Ultra Magnus right here. He can hang out with Hot Rod. We've got, like, you know, a bunch of different spots to put people. I guess I could glue them into the stand. I don't know. I don't know that I care much about these little guys, but it's kind of neat that we got enough for, you know, Unicron to fill out a little diorama. And I guess you could, like, paint these things. They're so small, though. It's a neat little extra, but to me, there's not, like, that's not a ton of value. The value is really from Galvatron over here. And yeah, we've already transformed this in a previous video, so this is going to be one of those fast-forward transformations. And here is Galvatron in his robot mode, and again, he looks fantastic and striking. He's got that panel-lined effect that shows that he's, like, in the middle of being reformatted. I guess I don't know why he'd have the Matrix if he's, like, right in that step in the process. But, you know, the original came with it, so he's got it. He's got his little spaceship guns can turn into the quadruple-barreled gun. Yeah, and he looks fantastic. I mean, again, we've got all this luscious, like, really pretty translucent purple plastic all over him. I like that, you know, so much of his chest is panel lined so nicely. Decepticon insignia right there. A couple different, like, just paint spilling over pieces. The head looks really, really good when it's panel lined like this. I think that looks awesome. The Matrix sits comfortably on top. I don't know that I would display him with it. I think he looks better without it. It just kind of gets in the way of what he wants to do. Yeah, his gun, his blaster looks fantastic. And like I said, we've seen this Galvatron before. This is the third version of this toy. I imagine we'll get a fourth at some point, a Shattered Glass version. But yeah, he just looks really, really good. He's very striking. He's the same solid chunk of plastic that I reviewed previously, just in a hot new paint scheme. And like I said, I thought this is the version I was going to keep, and I would do a giveaway for the Galvatron 2 version. But that one, I think, I love them both a lot. I really like both of them. But I think for me, maybe the Galvatron 2 version, the toy version, I want to keep because then I can get a matching Cyclonus, and that'll be really cool. And here they are next to each other, so we can kind of see how they look together. And obviously this isn't like you'd get the Kingdom version, so that the reformatting version turns into the Kingdom version, not the not the toy version. But still, they're just two very pretty toys in their own way, each in their own kind of unique way. And I just think that this one just hits a little closer to home, especially with the toy Cyclonus. I'm excited to get that version. So that's why today's video is a giveaway. So this is going to be the giveaway, the reformatted, the Behold I Am Galvatron toy. None of the accessories, like just what he's got on him, the matrix, the guns, all that stuff. The accessories I'm going to be keeping for my own displays and purposes. But if you haven't done one of my giveaways before, it's pretty simple to enter. You're just going to enter in the comments down below, answer the question of the day and say you'd like to enter the giveaway. And then a week from today, I will randomly draw a winner and announce it during my next video. So keep an eye out for that one. Speaking of which, I guess this is the final notice. The Kingdom Golden Disc Stepper, not Stepper, Jackpot, that I announced the winner for. They never contacted me, so that guy will be coming back up as a future prize giveaway because they just never got in touch with me. So you got one last chance to let me know. By the time the next video comes out, it's no longer yours to claim. But other than that, yeah, so the question of the day for this Galvatron is the reformatting, turning one character into a totally different one. I personally am not a huge, I like Galvatron kind of being a separate person than Megatron. But if you could do anyone as getting captured by Unicron and to see what their reformatted version would look like, which character would you pick? So we saw Megatron turn into Galvatron, and then there's debate about who turns into Cyclonus and Scourge. But for me, I'd love to see a Unicron taking an Autobot and turning it into a herald of his. I guess we kind of saw that with Unicronus, Rodimus Unicronus, but doing a totally new character version. I think for me, I would be really curious to see one of the Generation 1 robots, like Grappler. What would happen to Grappler if he got turned into a herald of Unicron? He'd get some weird futuristic alt mode. So what would a hover truck with a crane or something look like? And what would evil Grappler look like? I'd be curious about that. So if you answer the question of the day again, which character would you have liked to have seen Megatron turn or Unicron turn into one of his heralds? Who would that like to be? Put it in the comments below, along with saying that you want to be entered in the giveaway, and I'll enter you in. And a week from today, I'll announce the winner, and then you just reach out to me via social media or wherever, and I'll get Galvatron bundled up and sent your way. All right, that's it for today's video. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Have a great day.